Is meat bad for you? Is meat unhealthy? Is meat bad for you? Is meat unhealthy? When our ancestors started eating meat around 2 million years ago, it wasn't just because animals taste great, it was a pure necessity. Since climate change made many of the plants less available. But over the last few years eating meat has increasingly been associated with health risks like heart disease, cancers, and early death. Why do we need meat? Why do we need meat? Biologically, we need to eat for 3 reasons. For energy, to acquire materials to fabricate our cells, and to get special molecules that our bodies can't make themselves. Meat contains all essential amino acids our body needs. And a lot of minerals, like iron, zinc, and essential vitamins. Some of which are barely found in plants like vitamin B12. Only one essential nutrient is missing in most of the meat we consume. Vitamin C, which appears in almost all plants, it supports our immune system and the development of connective tissues. Another advantage of meat is that some of the nutrients in them are broken down faster and available quicker than those from plants. A purely meat-based diet also lets the unwee survive in extreme climate conditions. Since they consume the whole animal including the organs, they get every single nutrient they need including vitamin C. So meat itself is definitely not dangerous for us. Different types of meat. Different types of meat. However, the health effects of meats vary, depending on how it's prepared and what animal it comes from. The most healthy animals to eat are probably fish. They contain fatty acids, like omega-3, which may lower the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and support anti-inflammatory immune functions. As part of a balanced diet, fish can be eaten regularly without health risks. However, overfishing contributes to overfishing. Chicken is regarded as the meat with the fewest health risks. But still, its high content of saturated fats is associated with a higher cholesterol level and cardiovascular disease. Things start to get problematic with high intakes of red meats, like beef, veal, pork, lamb, horse and goat. Large-scale meta-analysis studies have shown that eating 100 grams of red meat every day increases the risk of diabetes by 19%. Strokes by 11% and colorectal cancer by 17%. However, most studies that linked health risks to eating red meat were case control studies, which means taking a group of people with a disease and classifying them by their eating habits. And people who eat less meat tend to live a healthier lifestyle in general. Things get worse when we look at processed meat though. Processing meat means adding certain chemicals by curing, smoking, sorting or fermenting. Or in other words, making it delicious. Bacon, ham, salami, sausages and hot dogs contain chemicals that are harmful for us like nitrates and nitrites that can damage the DNA in our digestive system and lead to cancer. How much meat is safe? How much meat is safe? The WHO reviewed 800 studies over 20 years, concluding that processed wheat is strongly linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. Each extra 50 grams of processed meat per day increases the risk of cancer by 18%, which puts processed meat in the same category as smoking, and also significantly increase the chance of suffering from diabetes, strokes and coronary heart diseases. It also makes a difference what sort of life our meat lived. It's common to feed large amounts of antibiotics to livestock in order to prevent diseases that can spread antibiotic resistance. To blame meat alone for bad health would be wrong though. There is no evidence that the very essence of meat has any negative effect beyond its high fat content. Most public health agencies suggest cutting meat consumption to 500 grams a week, while studies suggest cutting down processed meat as much as possible. The average American consumes around 1,600 grams of meat a week. Aside from health concerns, the meat industry is one of the largest contributors to climate change, and has reached a scale where it's impossible to deliver millions of tons of meat and still treat animals with dignity.